Page 4 now. The female attack dogs biting at the ankles of Donald Trump. They are out there everywhere right now. Bitter, vitriolic, overcome by emotion and irrational knee-jerk reactions to half-truths fed to them by the Democrat-controlled mainstream media. Does that about sum up people like Madonna and Cher and the like? And then there's Hillary. She's back in a blaze of glory, descending upon, where else? The liberal Mecca of the United States, San Francisco, California.
We shake our heads and think, how could they not have invited any women to the table? Well, a provocative opinion piece in the New York Times this week argues that it may not be an oversight at all, but an intentional signal. Don't worry, the men are in charge of everything.
Bitter. She's a bitter, nasty woman. I rest my case. I would rest my case, but here's one more of them. Her name is Maxine Waters, Congresswoman from Inglewood, California.
But we stand up for America oftentimes when others who think they are more patriotic, who say they're...
It's very, very slippery slope here, Congresswoman, to challenge someone's patriotism. It's like challenging someone's faith. You ought to be very, very careful here, Congresswoman. Roll tape.
More patriotic, do not. When we fight against this president and we point out how dangerous he is.
Stop the tape. Where were you, Congresswoman, the last 8 years? When you talk about danger, Donald Trump is not a danger to us. He's not a danger to our republic. He's not a danger to our society or our Constitution. Barack Obama was a danger to all of those things. He destroyed the separation of powers within the United States Constitution. He drove wedges between different peoples in this country. And he decimated our military and ruined our standing on the world stage. That is a dangerous man, Congresswoman. Roll tape.
And for this country, we're fighting for the democracy. We're fighting for America.
Stop the tape. No, you are fighting for your agenda. You are fighting for your power structure because you want to be reelected and you want to reelect Nancy Pelosi and all the other Democrat sycophants there in Congress with you. That's what you're fighting for. Don't sugarcoat it. Don't lie. Roll tape.
To those who say they're patriotic, but they turned a blind eye to the destruction that he's about to cause this country.
Stop the tape. If putting more money in people's pockets with a tax cut is destruction, I'm all for it. Bring it on. If getting rid of regulations that retard business growth in this country, through the EPA, for example, I'm all for it. Getting rid of Obamacare, all for it. Roll tape.
Not nearly as patriotic as we are. We not only have fought in America's wars, have stood up for America, have been there whenever this country was threatened in any way. And we say now that this country is threatened with a president who does not belong there.
Stop the tape. Okay. See, this is where we get to the Constitution. Does not belong there. This is the drum that the genius Democrats are beating in Congress right now. Again, have you ever read the Constitution, Congresswoman? Do you understand that we don't elect presidents by a direct vote because we are not a democracy? We're a representative republic, and we elect presidents through the Electoral College. Do you even comprehend that? Roll tape.
President who does not understand how this government works. A president who goes down to Mar-a-Lago every weekend and plays golf.
Stop the tape. Where were you with Obama when he was traveling all over the country at our expense, not just using Air Force One? Donald Trump has his own plane, but they won't let him use his own plane anymore. He has to fly in Air Force One, but he's staying at his own place there in Florida. Obama took out the credit card called the United States of America and the people behind it and went wherever he wanted at our expense. Where were you then? Roll tape.
He's not huddling with the members of Congress and trying to figure out how to form a consensus, but rather he thought he could come in here and run roughshod over everybody. But that's how he works.
Stop the tape. You know what? I've come to the realization here that from what I've seen from forget about the Democrats, but what I've seen from the Republican leadership, that maybe it's better if Donald Trump did take charge, did take command there in Washington, D.C., and I kind of hope he does, set the course. I got the feeling the entire time with this healthcare debacle that Paul Ryan threw in front of his face that he didn't really 100% support this thing. He said that he supported the thing, but I just got the feeling that he was holding his nose and allowing Paul Ryan a small modicum of victory here, and it ended up blowing up in everybody's face. So I think it would do the American people in this country a great thing if Donald Trump did take command in Washington, D.C., set the course, and allowed us to return to a constitutional America. How about that, Congresswoman? So temporary politicians like Maxine Waters serve a purpose. No, they really, really do. They remind us of what the framers of our founding document did not envision. Lawmakers like Waters are the antithesis of what this country needs intellectually, politically, and, of course, constitutionally.